Let's fight. A very good evening to each and every one of you. Let's fight. Wherever in the world you're joining us from, we are privileged to have you guys with us in the ring. Yet another evening. It's Wednesday, the 19th day of January. And what a day it has been. What a month. It is racking up to be so much information to share with each and every one of you. Let's fight, guys. Welcome in the ring. It's our privilege to be here with us, to be here with you this evening. A lot of people name calling tonight, guys. Lots of people name calling. We almost didn't come on tonight. Blackout. Every skin. Blackout. And then we did have an opportunity to come on. We almost came on crush up. Blackout. The 19th day of January 2022. A lot of promises were made by this installed regime. But look at where we are. Crisis in the health sector, folks. Crisis in the health sector. COVID running rampant. Drugs are short in the hospitals, in the health centers, in the clinics. Folks, you name it. It's like the 7 plagues have befallen us. Lots of information to share with you. We're tremendously privileged that each and every one of you could be here with us this evening. Richard Fordyce, Anto Douglas, Nikki Innes, June Cameron, Paulette Devonish, Richard Fordyce, all of you fantastic folks, whether you're joining us on Facebook, whether you're joining us on YouTube, whether you guys are joining us on Twitter, you're tweeting, you're a tuber, wherever you guys are joining us from, it is our privilege to have each and every one of you with us this evening. Lots and lots of information to share with you guys. Pace and power. Let us know if you guys are receiving our audio well. We don't want any trouble with you guys at all. Any trouble. We're going to double check here just to make sure. We're going to double check here, sir, just to make sure everything flowing nice. Looks good at our end. And guys, we hope that for you guys at your side, it is the same. We hope. For you guys, it's the same. Just making sure that we have shared the live stream to all the places we need to share it to. Yep. Checking at our end. Make sure you guys check at your end too. Make sure we are shared in all the places we need to be shared to. We'll have it no other way, guys. Share the live stream. And then we want to make sure that just the right people watching us. It's credible people, folks, and valid comments. Right? Or rather, credible comments and valid viewers. Credible comments and valid viewers. Just how we like it. Credible comments and valid viewers. Look how many of you have showed up here already, guys. We are so privileged. We are so privileged. So many of you have already showed up. We'd have it no other way. Sharon Castillo Edwards, Idris Simone LaRose, Roxanne Odessa Jacobs. Just holding our phone in our hands here and taking a look at it. Folks, good to see so many of you. Cecile Ogle, Patricia Kissoon. You know, so many of you guys watch us from your handheld devices. Gwyneth Jones is here as well. Roxanne Odessa, Dean is here too. Sharon Castillo Edwards, John Wolford. Guys, wherever you are picking us up from this evening, it is our privilege to be here with you guys. Pace and power is what we said we're looking for in 2022. Pace and power. Rita Singh, good to see you as well. Is it Cherry Baskin Greenwich joining us from Grenada? Good to see you, Cherry. How are the elections there going, Cherry? How things looking? You know, we were supposed to be joined by a colleague this evening to bring us up to date with what's happening in Barbados. That doesn't look like those going to happen because blackout in certain sections of this country, load shedding because they recently had to take the Garden of Eden offline, guys. Load shedding. And we're going to touch on some of that just now. How it going by you? How things going by y'all with the blackout? Good to see each and every one of you here with us. Just making sure all things looking good at our end. Guys, love having each and every one of you with us. Pace and power is what we said we want in 2022. Nothing short, guys, of pace and power. Yep. Things looking good at all ends, guys. Make sure as you come on, we share the live stream. Jacqueline Ward says she's watching us from West Rhineville. So many comments are going through. Donna Liverpool, Jenny Wilson, St. Romaine Adams is here as well. Eileen Griffith Norton Innes is here too. Joanna Lynch, oh my. is it Colin Sandy, you know, a little extra here. Lester Marshall, good to see each and every one of you. Somebody says, Celeste Clark says, no water on East Back Road since yesterday. It's a country we live in. It's blackout, no water, medication and medical supplies in short supply. Jacqueline Adams, good to see you. Good to see each and every one of you. Fantastic folks. I don't know about you, but we're fired up here. We fired up and we're ready to go. You all know we're extra in the ring. Hope you guys have gotten accustomed to us by now. Good to see each and every one of you. Pace and power in 2022. Guys, are you fired up and ready to go? We are 19 days into this new year, folks. We ain't taking nonsense from nobody. Pace and power. We hope you guys have not just been living, but you guys have been thriving, and that you guys have been surmounting every challenge in your way. That is our hope for you. Trust that you guys have had a great day at work, at play, at school, at home. Whatever you did today, trust you did it with integrity. Trust you did it with character. Trust you did it out of your value system, folks. Oh, they can beat us up, but they can't beat us down. Pace and power in 2022. Welcome in the ring to each and every one of you guys. We don't know about you, but we are ready to head to the fight card. How about you guys? Lots of information to share with you guys. Sandra David, Alicia Campbell, Carol Hudson, Wilma Grant, good to see you. Marcia Agard, Janet Edwards, and all you other beautiful, fantastic, lovely people. Good to see each and every one of you guys. How are we looking tonight? We put together nicely? How is the hair and so on? Good to see you guys. How is your makeup? Fantastic to see you guys. Good to have you here with us. Sandra Hanover, Jackie Baird, Richard Mariah, Patricia Kissoon, Paulette Niles, Hazel Job, and all you other fantastic folks. Let's fight, folks. Let's fight. Hope you fired up and ready to go as well. Ready to get into the fight card. As we said, a lot of people name calling. Indar, your name calling. Deodat, Indar. Name calling tonight. Frank Anthony, name calling. A lot of people name calling like Paul DeAndro. I just call you name. Shandil Ward, George Annan, Karen McCoy, you name calling to Lester Marshall, pace and power. A lot of people name calling. Let's get on to it. Yep. We said pace and power, folks, in 2022. And Aubrey Norton, the leader of the PNCR, is pace and power in that direction as well. Aubrey Norton has been doing great things since he has been elected there as leader of the People's National Congress Reform. And just today, folks, we saw Aubrey Norton meeting with who else than the Canadian High Commissioner. We were so privileged to see Aubrey having meetings with the diplomatic corps. And even though the content and the agenda of the meeting is not yet known, we know that they met today at Congress Place, and accompanying Mr. Norton, apologies, was the General Secretary of the PNCR, the one and only Geeta Chandan Edmonds, accompanied Mr. Aubrey Norton as they met with the Canadian High Commission, Mr. Berman, Mark Berman, and his team there. Pace and power, folks. That is how we hit in 2022. Things got to be done. Pace and power. No apologies, guys. Pace and power. That's how we run things. We run things, people. Things don't run away. Pace and power. Moving on in the fight card this evening, guys. Let's have another one. How it going? You know, we see how a lot of things start in this country, but we don't see how they're going. And so we take you back to an issue we just mentioned as we began our program, the blackouts. How it going? They promised us more blackouts this year. As we said, they took the Garden of Eden power plant for the 3.2 megawatts off the grid. Why? Mismanagement, incompetence, corruption. That's this administration we deal with, blackout. And so they've been load shedding in several parts of the country. We wanted to talk with a very special guest this evening a little bit about what's happening in Barbados with that election. But they got blackout. And so they would not be able to join us. A little pinch and canchy piece more. We would have been coming on with candles tonight. Crush up clothes. Blackout. 19th day of January in the year 2022, folks, in the oil-producing cooperative republic of Guyana, where we host our international program in the ring. Blackout. Blackout. Nothing irregular here, folks. Nothing. But they told us it was coming. They told us the blackouts was coming. How have you guys been doing with this blackout? So Monday they told us West Coast, Demerara, load shedding. Oh my God, if only we could shed the installed PPP. If only we could shed them. So West Coast had it Monday. Tuesday was East Coast and parts of Georgetown. And on Wednesday, today, oh my God, this is Georgetown Central perhaps. But these names are here. How them people in Stevie Door doing tonight? Huh? How them people in the post office housing scheme doing tonight? Kayok Park and Lamaha Park, South Ramveld. How them people doing in Roxanne Borna? Blackout. Load shedding from 1800 hours to 22 hours. Load shedding. 19th day of January, folks. We just started the new year. If this is how it starts in blackout, imagine how we can end. Imagine our good people how the year shall end. So this is how it's going. They start hot and sweaty. Promises delivered. What's the theme? Promises delivered. Yes, the promise of blackout. How it going where you guys are? And we know they got some trenches. We got some jacobats, some trench crappos in the comment section. But you all know to your conscience. Where power is concerned, we were turning a corner with the last administration. Don't stifle your conscience, man. Donald Levan, you know, you would agree. Ian Harry, Deborah Halley as well, Idris Williams, Adele Semple, you would agree, Jamal Jordan. We're going someplace. But every day now is blackout advisory, load shedding advisory. That's where we are in this country, folks. Unfortunately, that is where we are. Unfortunately. Moving on in the fight card. Look what the minister installed you that in there. Who has responsibility for this sector is telling us. The engineers of the Garden of Eden, they are close, he said. A country more to go. They are close to pinpointing the cause of the generator problem at Gardens of Eden that is responsible for all this blackout. They're close, he said. Very, very close. Almost there. This is how it's going, you know. He said them boys working there. Like, they're almost there. How many engineers does it take to solve this little problem that we got there? How many? But this is what you have. When you got square pegs in wrong hole. Square pegs in wrong hole. But then boys, it says shove it in. As our guest on our podcast today said, shove it in till the square peg get wrong. Push it in the hole till the square peg get wrong. That's what them trying to do. Deal that in there. And Dindial, the CEO of GPL, that's what they're trying to do there at Garden of Eden. Push it in till the square peg get wrong. So them boys close. That's what Dio that telling us tonight. The close people who sharing their live stream. You see, this is what an incompetent government look like. Unfortunately, this is what a corrupt government look like. Incompetent, corrupt. This is what it look like. The close. So close, but yet so far. So very, very close, folks. But yet we so far. How it going? As we said, we often see a lot of things after a bright start. When them boys came in, the Fisher Bishop, the false prophet, they outlined all of the problems they found. A whole pack of lies, a catalog of lies that they found in the energy sector. They've had it for more than a year now. New brand generators they found at Garden of Eden. And now it's load shedding, blackout. 20 months into the administration. 22 months into the install regime. How it going? This sign, ladies and gentlemen, was recently erected in Linden. You all know the I love you sign there in Linden? Recently erected to great fanfare. This is how it's going. Fantastic idea, well-intentioned. But if you see you have the wrong people, like the PPP manning the project, this is what you end up with. The sign is deteriorating rapidly. The sign is deteriorating rapidly. Who's pay a fine when these things start to decay and break down and fall? Who's pay a fine? Who's the engineer? Who's the painter? Just a couple of months ago, if so long, this sign was erected, well-intentioned. Linden is my born tongue, you know. Linden is my blood. Is that I come from? Linden. Right? We run things, things don't run we. But look what they're doing to we in Linden. Yeah? They want win Linden so bad. But look at this substandard thing they give in Linden. So they love you sign already deteriorating. Who's sharing the live stream? So that folks around the world could see what these people got to in. You think that's the only part of the sign? Look at another part. You know, this person who built this sign probably never even built a little toy car or a little toy plane, a paper plane at the back of a classroom. But they want to build a whole I love you Linden sign. And this is what is happening. Decadence and decay from day one. You know, folks, we got to go searching hard for this information, you know. It's right out there on social media every day, shouting at us incompetence, shouting at us mismanagement, shouting at us poor leadership. We ain't got to go far. Right there in our faces. Every day you open social media and you see it. The epitome of this administration's poor leadership, poor management, zero vision. 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, this I love you Linden sign. Well-intentioned, installed, and it's falling to pieces now. Like they built it with sand alone. Like it's sand alone they built it with. Nothing else. Sand alone. Folks, this is what we're dealing with here, you know. You all see how things going? You all see how things going? You see a lot of things that start under this install cabal. Fashion cameras, bright lights, big fanfare. But this is how it's really going here. Deteriorating rapidly. The economy, the health sector, public security. Deteriorating rapidly. Like the I love you Linden sign. But moving on the fight card this evening, folks who are joining us around the world, we encourage you to share the live stream wherever you guys are joining us from. And we want to see those emojis as well. And we say it without any fear of contradiction. We scream and we licorice for the shares and the likes because we want as many persons as possible to get the valid and credible information. So we encourage you guys, share the live stream. Got to see so many of you. Lynn McDonald, Myrtleen Hurst, Florette Jacobs Ward, Ann Beverly, George Annan, John Raymond, all of you beautiful, lovely people. Take the opportunity and share the live stream. We want to see those emojis as well as we move along the fight card this evening, guys. Look what else is happening. Pocketory and confusion powder. These are the twin themes of the current administration. Pocketory and confusion powder, folks. When you don't know how to describe a situation, because it is so grave, the pain is so deep, that is what we describe as pocketory. The situation is so confusing, you're so bewildered. That is what we describe as pocketory. You know, the great actor and writer Woody Allen says that there are things in the heart too deep, if not for tears, most certainly for words. Yo, listen, folks. We got to read this here, you know. We got to read this here. There are things in the heart too deep, if not for tears, most certainly for words. Woody Allen, purgatory. That's what we describe it as. Purgatory in this country. It's too deep. Look, some of it. We told you all last evening of 6-year-old McLeon who lost his life because of a snake bite. Something as simple as anti-venom. 3 hospitals they searched and couldn't find any. 3 hospitals in Rupununi and couldn't find any. Well, today was no different. Right? Today was no different. Yesterday was for this young man from Region 9. He attended Tiger Pond Primary School. By way of update, Macleo Honorio, that's his name. 6 years old, snake bitten, lost his life because the healthcare system is so poor. 6 years old, Macleo Honorio lost his life. Yesterday we said was for him. Today was for somebody else. So we're picking up this story again from the hinterland that is in a health crisis. The healthcare system is all but collapsed. And so another death has been reported, this time from Mabaruma. Information surrounding the death of this man is sketchy, but we're being told, and we're picking up this from our affiliate website, Credible Sources. We're being told through a Facebook post by former Member of Parliament Mervyn Williams that the dead person is from Canhill, Mabaruma. Williams stated in his post that someone from Canhill in Mabaruma died at the Mabaruma Regional Hospital. The relatives built a coffin and requested assistance from the community council to transport the coffin. None was forthcoming, according to Williams. You think you live bad wherever you are in this world? The relatives had to travel on a garbage truck with a coffin to the hospital to claim their deceased loved one. The relatives had to travel on a garbage truck to the hospital to claim their deceased loved one. Williams said, yep, the community was the recipient of a minibus not too long ago under the last administration. Today, the people got to travel on a garbage truck. Listen to me. Who lead matters, you know? Who lead matters? Mervyn Williams, former Member of Parliament on the APNU AFC government, is calling on the Minister of Amerindian Affairs, Local Government and Regional Development, and Public Health to launch an investigation without delay. Folks, you understand where we going in this country? When yesterday, them boys stopped doing PCR tests unless you're on your dying bed. Do we understand where we are in this nation, people? That you can't afford to die? You can't afford to get sick, and you can't afford to die? At least you end up on a garbage truck being transported someplace. Is this a country? Or as the late great national poet Martin Carter said, is a civilized plantation. Or as big Uncle Gordon Mosby said, is life on the dam. Is a country progressing into the 21st century? Really? And we got to transport people in a garbage truck who have met their demise? It can't be a country. It can't. Moving on to the fight card, folks. It's nice time. Nice time for some people. And in this case, we're happy. We're very happy that for some folks, it's nice time. In this regard, we have been making lots of representation in the National Assembly for these guys to free up the weed. But they want to free it up, you know. They stole our bill in which we want to liberalize marijuana. Bring the legislation to the 21st century. They team the bill because they got the majority in parliament and park it in a select committee. Well, we've been behind them to stop talking the talk, but to walk the walk and to move in a positive direction. Too many of our young people, especially young black men, are languishing in prison because they got 3 grams of cannabis, 4 grams of cannabis. And so we are trying to widen what is illegal, widen that amount, and free up the weed and the prisons. Folks, the tide is turning and the science is on our side. Do you know that there is now a correlation and studies are being done to show that cannabis can actually fight this COVID virus and its variant, cannabis, marijuana, ganja, and all these subspecies, hemp and so on. That plant, that God-given plant, got some real potential. And lots of studies are being done. But we want this administration to hasten on. They are so slow. They are pedestrian in every regard of their administration. It's $1 for dollar, as we see here. So this legislation has been parked for almost a year in a select committee. And it's only when pressure is brought to bear, then they move, you know. Only when pressure is brought to bear, then these guys moving. But don't take our word for it. We said the science is on our side, and research is showing that there is some correlation between, there are some properties in cannabis that could perhaps fight COVID-19. But don't take our word for it. Don't take our word for it. This is a story we picked up, guys, on Forbes.com. We told y'all this year y'all got to read, you know. Don't need there in people business, minding people business, fine. Y'all got to drink lots of water and stay out of people business. Drink lots of water and stay out of people business. So look what we have learned, because we've been edifying ourselves and staying out of people business. Stay out of people business, folks. Look what we have learned.
Does cannabis prevent COVID? A recent study identified that 2 compounds commonly found in hemp, cannabidiolic acid and cannabidiolic acid, could bind to the coronavirus and possibly block a crucial stage in how it infects people. Both compounds appeared to hinder the virus's ability to infect human cells in laboratory tests, the researchers found, after testing alpha and beta variants of the coronavirus.
This would be interesting. You know, all this time we've been listening to the CDC, we should have been eating CBD.
While social media had a field day with the news, the authors of the study did not actually claim that weed can fight the virus. Here's a little background on how this came about. Since finding candidates for possible drugs and treatments can be an expensive and time-consuming process, researchers speed things up by testing a large number of known compounds to see if they produce a biological or chemical response in line with what might be expected in a drug treating the condition they are trying to find treatment for. Positive responses at this stage, like the cannabis compounds, are but the first of many filters the compounds must pass, and, assuming all goes well, an approved drug could still be more than a decade away. We spoke with Dr. Michael Sodergren, who heads Imperial College London's Medical Cannabis Research Group, and he told Forbes the results were interesting, but cautioned the findings would need to be confirmed in animal models and tested on humans in clinical trials. This data does not prove cannabis compounds can prevent or cure COVID infection in humans, Sodergren said, and provides no evidence to support the smoking or ingestion of cannabis products to do the same.
Thank you, Forbes. Thank you, Forbes. Respected man, we do our homework here, you know. We told you guys, we don't come here and bluff, you know. We don't come here and bluff. We do our homework. Folks, we have to have a new attitude in 2022, you know, of pace and power and pursuing the truth wherever it leads. Wherever it leads. You know, folks, buy yourself some good books this year. pursue knowledge, pursue learning. Let me elevate myself a little bit in 2022. Pace and power. So you see the guy saying there's some correlation. We're watching that. And we're going to report more and more of that as we go forward in this program. So continue to tune in. Continue to share the program so that all our folks can benefit. We ain't bluffing here in the ring, you know, folks. We are not bluffing here. But folks, let me take a pause at this point for the cause sake. We cannot implore on you guys enough. You know, if you know me, y'all know I hate begging. But we got to do what we got to do. We have to do what we have to do. Guys, it takes something from us financially to keep all of these programs going. Whether it's a podcast below the belt, whether it is this program in the ring, whether it's our website, credible sources. And if you've been keeping an eye on our website, you've been seeing we're sharing more and more information there for your benefit. But we're asking you guys to come on board and to partner with us. And we've actually up to date added a new platform to those readily available to you. So come on board and partner with us. And the Cash App is the $ in the ring 592. At PayPal, it's in the ring 592 at gmail.com. That's our PayPal email, in the ring 592 at gmail.com. At Zelle, we now have Zelle, folks. At Zelle, it's the very same email, in the ring 592 at gmail.com. That's our Zelle email address as well, in the ring 592 at gmail.com. And then you guys should know by now, we are on via the MMG system. There's the local Cash App. And our number there is 627-6963. And we're available via MoneyGram and Western Union as well. Guys, this is a tight month for us. Y'all see how them boys got me. But we ain't giving in. Pace and power. And so we encourage you guys to come on board and to partner with us. Back to the fight card. We fighting and we going down the line. Well, the cost of living, y'all see how it's going high and high and high. And we've been following this planting issue. It hot we to be core. That planting is $3.50 a pound. It hot we can't lie. It hot we. And we saw just recently planting in the US of A, 33 cents a pound. Folks, I think I'm gonna go to the States to eat planting. I think I will have to go to the States to eat planting. You can't buy planting in your own country. You don't see what cost of living doing with us in this place. Oh, folks, we know y'all usually send your marshmallow, your walnuts, your ice apple, your Danish cookies. Oh, send planting. Send planting. When you pack your barrel, oh, put in a 5 pounds. Put in a 10 pounds for me, the man. Planting cheap in the US. How come planting here is so much money? You're not Elias. Oh, where you packing the barrel? All your Waldron, you're packing in your nice things and so on. Oh, don't worry, them shot and so on. Send planting for me, the man. Sandra Davis, Agatha Queens. Planting in the States is 33 cents. We showed y'all in Canada, 99 cents. Planting here is $2. Almost $2 US. That's what pushing on. That's what Gloria Chester. Oh, when you're selling me little fancy things, Gloria may selling me little prags and so on. Sell a little planting, them, man. Send a 10 pounds for we. Right? Keep them other stuff. Right? If you can ship it the same time. Your little sardine and your mustard and your ketchup and so on. You need planting to eat mustard and ketchup with. Right? Put a 10 pounds planting in the thing for we and sell it. We can send you all the address for this grocery store. And those of you who got similar grocery store, check it out. Right? Anything under 50 cents, you're good. Right? So send the plan. Volme, where you're packing them little box. Oh, put the 2 pounds there. Chandel Moses and Kwesi Hunt. When you're packing them little boxes, Alexis Joseph, Gladstone Machi, put a 2 pound plant in them, man. Oh, put a 2 pound plant in. We beg of you guys, things tight. Y'all think we lying here? Folks, if it were not so, we would have told you. If we didn't need you to come on board and to partner with us, Maxine, Macaulay, Jeffrey Bowery, Joylyn Cook, we would have told you, folks. But things tight And this month, folks, this month, we got so many responsibilities to meet, financial obligations to meet, things tight. Come on board and partner with us. Oh, your relatives telling you they want planting, believe them. If your relatives tell you send planting, believe them. Believe them. Folks, you're all sharing the live stream. Send planting. Right? Save the mustard, the ketchup. You can't eat mustard by itself. We can't eat ketchup by itself, Janet Edwards. Send planting. Please and thank you. Well, those of you who confused right now, drink water and start the people business. Folks, the COVID got we. Is we or them? Is we or it? COVID surge. Frank give up. Frank, Ramsamy, Ramsaran, 3 health ministers we got in one ministry. Folks around the world, you all find this fascinating. We know in the US, you have got 1 health secretary. We got 3 here in one government. Leslie Ramsamy, Barry Ramsaran, Frank Cantili. And is the more health ministers we got in the government, is the more COVID spreading. The more minister, the more COVID. Ibon Lamy, Laverne Haricharan, Kelman Prasad, Margaret, and Sporini. Is the more we got them, Corinne, is more COVID spreading. And the teachers and the students, the educational system being hit heavily. Mark Light, the president of the Ghana Teachers Union, told the nation today, close to 400 teachers have been infected with COVID-19. Close to 400 teachers and close to 300 students. They have been doing their research. This is an administration, though, like research and so on. The Minister of Health, you always suspect. I suspect we got COVID-19. I suspect we got the Delta variant. I suspect we got Omicron. I suspect we got the IMU. Never confirmed. Always suspect. They don't like do studies. They don't like research. They don't like reading. They don't like. There were no fans of comprehension in school at all. But the Ghana Teachers Union, these guys have been doing their homework, and so they have told us that COVID-19 has hit close to 400 teachers, and yet the position of the current administration has remained unchanged. And the folks going down there by the Umanayana every day for results and clearance and so on, oh shucks, confusion powder. The report was just again today. But this was happening. Close to 400 teachers, COVID positive. And then the guys are telling us now, close to 300 students. And this is based on the research that is coming out of the Ghana Teachers Union. So kudos to them on that front. Kudos to them on that front. Folks who sharing their live stream so the world could see how COVID running rampant. I wonder if Dr. Carissa Etienne of PAHO could watch this program and see, don't worry about Frank sending you in reports. And the folks at the World Health Organization, I wonder if some folks watching us can tag them so they can see in an unfiltered way what is happening there, or what is happening here rather, in the health sector. Chaos, confusion powder, purgatory. Delcina Sutton, purgatory. Shondell Moses, Nicole Hardin, Erica Hooper, Lester Williams, purgatory. Just today, guys, over 700 new cases. Over 700 new cases and 7 additional deaths, including a toddler, we're being told. Over 700. Don't let me rush past yet. Over 700 new cases every day. For the last about 2 weeks, we have not had less than 500 cases in a small population like we are. In a small population like ours, on a daily basis, for the last how many weeks? It's 500 plus. 700, 800, 900, 1,000 plus. And France, everything all right. I suspect we can get around this problem. I suspect we'll get a handle on it shortly. This is what incompetence look like. Mismanagement, poor COVID governance, poor leadership. This is what it looks like. This is what it looks like. Signs of the times. Signs of the times, folks. If it's not COVID, it's something else. If it is not COVID, it's something else. This Guyanese woman, quite recently, God rest her soul, was hit by a bus in Suriname. Signs of the times, folks. Signs of the times. Her name is Chandrika Ramkisoon. And she's lived in Suriname for a long time. For a very long time. Chandrika Ramkisoon. Chaldrika. C-H-A-L-D. Chaldrika Ramkisoon. And we're told that she often visits this country, you know, catching up with family. But she's lived for a long time in Suriname. Mother of 6 children. She lived in an area called Patvan Wanika in Suriname. Patvan Wanika in Suriname. And visited the capital there just last Friday to transact some business when she was hit by a bus. And so our thoughts and prayers go out to her family tonight. These are the times we're living in, folks. These are the times we're living in. Our thoughts and prayers go out to our Guyanese sister living there in Suriname, Chaldrika Ramkisoon. Fare thee well. Chaldrika, fare thee well. Signs of the times, folks. Signs of the times. Moving on to the fight card. Y'all know them. Y'all know them. Erica Hooper, Marsha Batiste, Adele Semple, Laverne Chilcott, or Lincott rather. Tanya Cummins, y'all know them. Gershom Dowden, you know them. Mohammed Amal Khan, you know them, Mohammed. Don Simet, Joan Stephanie, Flora Jacobs, Rhonda Ferguson, y'all know them. You know them. Wicked, stink and dirty. That is the PPP. Wicked, stink and dirty. And then finishing, you know. Who's sharing their live stream for us? Who's smashing that emoji button? They're finishing. But every rope got to end. You know, we were encouraged by that truism. Every rope got to end. I know them boys say, long rope for Magadog. Every rope got to end. Folks, take a minute and share the live stream. Let me show y'all how them boys stink and dirty and wicked. Wicked stink and dirty. Let me show y'all how them boys stay. You don't believe me? Let me show y'all how them boys stay. Over 4,700 of you watching us right now. As we can see from the back end. Over 4,700. Let me show you how them boys stay. You see the background now because of the power cuts we have here. Bleeding into my shirt. Let me show you how them boys stay. Y'all remember this fella? Morris Arjun from the New Building Society. Well, once them PPP in this take over everything, siphon off the governance of everything. And so the New Building Society was one of those organizations. And Morris Arjun used to head that organization. Now them boys wanted Morris to do some illegal things, to do some things that weren't on the up and up. The PP government. And Morris refused. And since that time, they have been hounding Morris Arjun. Hounding him. Hounding him. Now, they managed to dismiss Morris, if I am correct, from the New Building Society. And when the last administration came in, that matter went to court. And Morris Arjun was found to be wrongfully terminated and he was awarded a lot of money. He was awarded a lot of money by the state for this wrongful dismissal because of the PPP wicked stink and dirtiness. Once you don't agree with them, they're coming after you the same way they're coming after me. And that is why I'm asking you to partner with us so we could fortify ourselves here to do what we have to do. You know, till day like today, Morris Arjun got to be in the Court of Appeal fighting these guys over his benefits that is legally due to him. Folks, you all don't know the depths of the depravity. You don't know the depths of the depravity of this PPP install regime. Who vex? The man served his time at the New Building Society, led that organization with distinction, but the PPP wanted to get him involved in mismanagement, and he wouldn't have it. He stood his ground. Like you and I stand our ground, Carol Hudson and Erica Hooper, Edward David and Deborah Halley, Gwenda Jones, like you and I stand our ground against the trench crappos and the jagabats. And they went after Morris Arjun. As I said, he was granted millions of dollars in the court. Millions of dollars as restitution for what they put him through. And they, like today, they're fighting Morris Arjun for what is rightfully his. So when we tell y'all that the wicked stink and dirty, you understand. And you have a picture of what we mean. Wicked, stink, and dirty. You understand what we're talking about when we say this? Thousands of you are watching us around the world. This is the government. This is the regime. This is the dictatorship we're confronting on a daily basis at the risk of our lives. Don't think we don't understand the risk, you know. Don't think we take this on lightly. Kwana Mingo and Margaret Craig, Volme Wilson, Rena Cummins and Erica Hooper, Nalda Grant. Don't think we take this seriously. We understand, like Morris Arjun understands, how the PPP wicked, stink, and dirty. If you don't share the live stream for us, share it for Morris Arjun so that other folks in the world can see how they're still pursuing this fella. You can't rest in this country. You can't have a dissenting voice. And these are the guys who go and preach transparency, good governance, rule of law. They don't preach wicked, stink, and dirty. But that's who they really are. Wicked, stink, and dirty. And Morris Arjun will be the poster child, the epitome of telling us that. It's close to 10 years since Arjun is fighting this matter. And he can't get closure. We got a justice system in this country. We got a healthcare system. We got an economy in this country. And a man got to be fighting a battle in the court for 10 years just for his rights to be acknowledged. Just for his right. If Morris worked with them and for them, what are they not going to do to me? What will they not do to me? But I'm prepared for the worst. Prepared for the worst. You understand? What will they do to me? Moving on the fight card, folks. Moving on the fight card. Respect and manners. Respect and manners. We tell you all is pace and power in 2022. And there are some people demonstrating that. And that is why we say, Orin Don, Cook, and Chisong Henry, respect and manners. Right? We say there's going to be a different year for us, you know. Ringsiders, we elevating ourselves. We bigging up ourselves. We pursuing our education. We working diligently. Right? We uplifting our spiritual life, pace and power in 2022. Respect and manners. The University of Guyana is graduating 2,200 students this year. Respect and manners to them. Folks, I've been through UG. UG ain't no walk in the park. Let me tell you all that. UG is no walk in the park. Respect and manners to each and every one of the 2,200 students who are graduating from UG. Oh, y'all put hashtag congrats, UG. Respect and manners to them. Hopefully they can find work in this country. Or hopefully, now having graduated to higher education, they can get a little raise in pay, more than 7%. 2,200 students are graduating. They have dedicated themselves to hard study. I know what UG is like. Been there, did communication, graduated. Been there, did law, read law, graduated. And know what it is like. It's no walk in the park. It's you read for your degree, folks. You read for your certificate. You read for your diploma. We got to read. And so respect and manners to our young people who are applying themselves. Up and up. Folks, if you did a degree, go on to your master's. If you do a master's, go on to your PhD. The sky's the limit. What are we waiting for? If y'all got to beat out to greener pastures, do that. Me I say y'all ain't coming in Barbados. Show me your shoot. That's your wrong. Elevate yourself. Find ways and means to elevate yourself. Respect and manners to the 22 plus 100 students who graduated from the University of Ghana. That is my alma mater. UG, my blood. I started UG through its extramural program doing industrial relations and management, a certificate in industrial relations and management. Went through that, passed it, got in to the institution, read for communications, and then I read law. Come through it in my blood, and I'm doing my master's there. I'm doing my master's at the university. It in my blood. Respect and manners. I didn't say it lightly. Respect and manners. And look what else happening. CPCE, them graduate too. 843 students graduating from CPCE. Respect and manners to the students, the lecturers, both CPCE and UG. The students couldn't do it by themselves, and the lecturers couldn't do it by themselves. Respect and manners. Folks, you know, some of y'all can start thinking now, where the men? We couldn't find any gorgeous photographs with the fellas. If y'all see any, must send it by us. Tomorrow we can put up some of the guys. We couldn't find any gorgeous photographs with the men. But respect and manners to all of them, men and women alike. Out of UG, out of CPC. Out of UG, out of CPCE. Respect and manners. This is what we need in our country. I see over 800 persons watching us now. Respect and manners to these people. Folks, look what's happening. Respect and manners still. Respect and manners. Respect and manners to this youth. Samuel Haynes from Buxton. Samuel Haynes, bright bad. Samuel Haynes is not a 100-watt bulb. Right? He's LED, 5,000 watts. Excelled at CSEC last year. Got about 18 subjects. Excelled at Cape this year. He topped the Caribbean. He topped Guyana only. He beat everybody in Guyana. And he beat everybody in the Caribbean in Cape. Respect and manners. Samuel Haynes. Respect and manners. Samuel Haynes from Buxton. Y'all is talking all kind of thing but Buxton. Eh? You look, listen to me. If you're not got to say, drink water, mind your own business. You're not proper to say, drink water and mind your own business. Samuel beat everybody in the Caribbean at Cape. And he's looking to go into dentistry. I think based on the information we have, Samuel wants to become a dental surgeon. Respect and manners to Samuel. Right? Respect and manners to Samuel Haynes and his parents, the community, everybody who's been behind these students. You know, there's an old African proverb, an adage that says, it takes a village to raise a child. Respect and manners to Buxton. Respect and manners to Buxton. And then on the other side of Cape, you got CSEC. Respect and manners to Safia. Zainab Safi. Hope I'm pronouncing the young lady's name right. Respect and manners to Zainab Safi. She top CSEC for the whole Caribbean. Folks, we young people bright, you know. Them folks got this installed regime to contend with. They got COVID. Y'all see what the school system has become. And Zainab Safi top the whole CSEC. Top this country and top the Caribbean. We young people bright bad. And I hope these young people like Zainab Safi and the young man who topped Cape will go on to do great things with their lives and come back, go study overseas, study here at UG, study overseas, qualify yourself to the highest level, get proper bona fide PhDs and so on, and then come back and solve some of this country's problem. Come back and solve some of the problems in this country. So respect and manners to Zainab Safi. Both of them are from Queen's College. Respect and manners. Our young people are doing fantastic things. Against the odds. Photo of the day. Photo of the day. Photo of the day. This is an update from yesterday. It's an update. Yeah, remember the sign? Signs in the times in this country, folks. Signs in the times. Folks, I hope you are sharing this live stream. I hope Zainab and Haynes, Safi and Haynes rather, study to the highest of their potential, the max of the potential. Then come and help me solve some problems. Safi and Haynes, come and help me solve some problems. Because we told you last evening, them boys don't fix problems here. They just go wrong. And we happy that the administration is watching this program, you know. We were made to understand that the government ministers tune into this program every night. They sit down in front of the television that are big like a wall. Put up their foot in the big fancy Ashley furniture. In the fancy AC room. While the rest of we catching with tail. And they watch this program to see what's happening in the country. And so they saw this in our program last evening. How we ridicule them for not solving the problem, for going wrong it. And quickly, Susan Rodriguez stepped in to Photoshop the problem. You all remember Photoshop Rodriguez? Susan Photoshop, no, it wasn't Rodriguez. Was the other one, man. Y'all don't lead me wrong. Wasn't Rodriguez? What's the other one from the public sector? Oh, she does so little, I can't even remember her name. She has been so inconsequential. But she went quick to Photoshop the problem. Right? And we're made to understand this was her intervention. This was her, she tried to Photoshop the problem. And this is what we ended up with. Installed Minister of the Public Service, Sonia Parag. Sonia Photoshop Parag. Sonia told this nation that when the PPP told us that they would give the public servants 50% increase, that was Photoshop. Wasn't them, somebody Photoshop. So she went and Photoshopped this line. Photoshop the line out. Photoshop out the white. But folks, the power of social media prevailed. The power of social media prevailed. And by today, we're made to understand that the Fisher Bishop, thanks to you guys, how you rose to the occasion and lambasted them on social media, right? They wiped out the whole line now. the Photoshop the whole area now. The Photoshop the whole area. We are yet to go down here because we've been busy to inspect this area now. But we be made to understand that this is what it has come to. That's what we're being made to understand. That this is it in its current state. Y'all think them boys easy? Y'all think them boys easy? So that's what problem is solved in this country, you know. This is how it is solved. You go wrong it, step one. You go wrong the problem, step one. Let me take it back. Let me see if we can take it back quickly. That's how problem is solved. Let me give you all a pictorial. You go wrong the problem. Right? If the people are not satisfied, you've gone around it. You Photoshop the problem. And if there's a public backlash, then you try to fix it. The them boys come back. The PPP come back. What else can we tell you? What else can we tell you? Folks, help our program to move forward so we can bring you guys the valid and the credible information. You won't see this kind of stuff on NCN. You won't see it on DPI. That's why nobody is watching them, you know. You won't see lots of other places. You won't see it in the Chronicle. No. You won't see these things there. That is why nobody's concerned what they're doing there. Help us to go forward. Come on board and partner with us. Things tight this month. And we got so many responsibilities to meet. So many of them. It takes something to keep the lights on, even when they got blackout. It takes something to keep the internet going, even when they get blackout. It takes something to get me in a little space, bringing this program to you guys. Come on board and partner with us. And I really want to say a big thank you to all of you fantastic folks who've been the wind beneath our sails, who've been our inspiration to keep us going from month to month. Those of you who've partnered with us in the past, but you haven't done so recently, reconsider. Come on board and partner with us. We need your help to get to the finish line this month. And then we got to get up and we got to start back next month. Right from the start. Look, folks, when we leave this program in the evening, we don't go and say, oh, we had 5,000 persons watching us. They will be back tomorrow, you know. We start back with a clean slate every day, working to see how will we satisfy the needs of the Guyanese people at home and abroad with information. You think the shares is what got me out here? You think it's the thousands viewing us got me out here? No. It's that you guys should know and have a right to know what is happening with your country, with your resources. All of us entitled to the oil wealth and all the mineral wealth in this country. And all of us entitled to good government and good governance. And we will keep you guys informed as long as we have the power and the resources to do so. Come on board, guys, and partner with us. We got the Cash App available. It's a $ in the ring 592 is our Cash App handle. The $ in the ring 592. PayPal or PayPal email address in the ring 592 at gmail.com. In the ring 592 at gmail.com. And that's our Zelle email address as well. In the ring 592 at gmail.com. That's our Zelle email address. We are available via the MMG platform. That's the local Guyanese Cash App platform. 627-6963 is our number there. 627-6963 is our number there. We're available via MoneyGram, available via Western Union as well. If you guys have any queries, you need some guidance, guys, you can WhatsApp us on that same MMG number, 627-6963. Thanks for being here with us this evening. That's our program. Thanks for being here, Kyla Washington, Respect and Manners, Warnella Garnett, Yvonne Daly, Irwin Don Cook, Jamal Aziz, Respect and Manners to each and every one of you. Laverne, Harry Charan, Kelman, Passat, Sharon Castillo, Edwards. Respect and manners. Pray for us here, folks. Pray for the people of this country. This is the prayer and fasting month. I belong to the Pentecostal denomination. I know, like lots of other denominations and religious bodies, y'all fast and pray in January. Guys, fast and pray this month. Pray for us. Pray for us as a country. Some of y'all go to church early in the morning. Physically, you join via Zoom and all kinds of fancy things. Pray for me. Pray for me. Pray for my wife. Pray for my children. Pray that the Lord keep you on the straight and narrow. Pray for us. And those of you who have been doing so, we feel it. We feel those prayers. Thank you so much for your time. We know y'all can be lots of other places, back in Ireland, but you've been here with us. We can keep you all updated. Tomorrow in our podcast, we can be looking at what happened in Barbados. What happened there, folks? What happened in Barbados? We can be giving you all an update tomorrow in our podcast. Good to see you, Erica Hooper, of Lita, Marlin, Joylyn, Lizzie, Donna, Nexlin, Sandra, Clive. Good to see you, Chanel, Smith, Daniels. We powerhouse, we soldier. Good to see you, Chanel, Marlon Thomas, Margaret Morris, Pinky Vaughn. Good to see each and every one of you. Guys, thank you for sharing the program. We want to see those emojis. We want to see them. We scrape them, we licorice for the shares and the emojis so that others can get this valid and incredible information. Thanks for spending this time with us. That's our program. Stay safe, guys. Stay safe. Peace out. Drink water. The rest of you, mind your own business. The trenches and the jagger.